Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. In this week's episode, I'm going to be continuing my upgrades on Sumo KTM 790 Adventure R. Because of the crash I had, I'm trying to redistribute the weight and just make riding safer for me. So in today's video, I'm going to be installing the Mosko Moto Pannier bags, and that will be replacing the giant loop saddle bag that sat on top of the pillion. Well, I have the Mosko Moto bags laying out here on the pool table, and I've got the two pannier bags and then over here the two auxiliary bags. And just at a glance at these bags, these have the toughest construction and toughest bags I've ever seen for motorcycle panniers or luggage. So we're off to a good start here. These are obviously really high quality products. I consider this plastic, I call it Zytel, or it's probably a similar product here. But these are what are mounted to your pannier rack system. And then these little, for a better word, washers fit in these grooves here. And then on the back side of the rack itself go these little nuts that you put a bolt top and bottom on the rack here, and there's two for the top and two for the bottom to lock the racking system on there. And then the bags themselves slide on to this puck here, and that's how you attach them to the bike. Included with the kit is all the mounting hardware. But another nice touch that I really like is they've gone ahead and put the tools needed to tighten the bags on. And I like that because I can put these right on the bike, and I know I have those in case I have loose bolts. I can use these to tighten it up. So these tools here, small, lightweight, perfect for carrying on the motorcycle. Good job, Mosko Moto. This has got to be one of the easiest installations of anything I've ever put on a motorcycle. Let me go around the back here. This blue nut that goes around the tube here, and then the washer goes inside these grooves in this Zytel puck, and then the screws just go through it. And you've got two on top and two on the bottom here. But man, this thing was just a piece of cake to put on. And in keeping with my theme here of trying to get things low and as far forward as I can to get the weight forward and lower on the bike for control of the bike, I have mounted these in such a fashion that they're forward on my rack system and as low as that possible that I could put them. Now I've just snugged up the bolts. I haven't actually tightened them down yet, which you're only supposed to do hand tight. But I did find it was a lot easier to use my screwdriver with the magnetic tip with the appropriate bit in it to tighten this up than the Allen wrench that they provided. That's great for emergencies and out on the bike, but it's just quicker to tighten it up with the screwdriver. Well, I've gone ahead and put the bags on the bike, and I've gone ahead and kind of filled them up. But there was one other chore that I had to do here to get this assembly together. And that was this back bag attaches to the larger pannier bag. And that was a little tricky. As easy as the other part was, that was a little tricky. You can see it right here. If I get it in the camera right, there's a hole in the bag there, and there's 5 of them. 2 on top, 1 in the middle, and 2 on the bottom. And that outside bag here attaches with those 5 bolts and T-nuts that have spikes on it, and those T-nuts go inside the big bag underneath some Velcro, and then you have to screw those in. But this was so tight in here that I had my wife Sherry work on doing the bottom ones because my hands were kind of big and her hands were just a little bit smaller. So she was able to get those nuts started and the screws started into the T-nuts. And then it went on okay. It was a little tricky, took a while. But in the bag, you can see right here, here's just this one to show you, but they actually have a hole here that allows you to reach through with those Allen wrenches to screw in that screw on the back side of this, which kind of has a rigid back to it. But overall, it's a nice feature because I have my stove and mess kit and extra fuel bottles in this one here, so you can keep that outside your main bag. And then the same thing here, I have this as a ditty bag, and then all my clothes are in this bag. And the camping gear will all go in on this side here. And I'm updating some of the camping gear to make it lighter. But overall, this job is putting the Mosko Moto bags on the bike is basically done. The last thing I'll mention here is this plastic puck that's down here. This is the piece that fits over the top of it. But you will notice that right here is the end of the rack, and here's the front of the rack, and I have pushed this whole bagging system forward so that I have more weight forward than toward the back of the bike. I went ahead and sat on sumo to make sure that I had plenty of clearance for my legs and that wasn't going to be a problem. But keeping the weight forward is certainly going to be helpful, and it doesn't make a bit of difference. This is just rock solid on here, so that'll actually help keep the weight forward and away from the back of the bike. Well, we had a little bit of a blow last night and this morning, and the wind was high enough. We were under threat of tornadoes last night, and so there's a lot of limbs down, a lot of trash floating around, so hopefully we didn't suffer any serious damage here. I'm pretty excited about those Mosko Moto bags because I really see them as a big upgrade to what I had, and hopefully these will work out really well for me. At some point I will do a full-blown review on them to let you know how they're working out for us, but already I think it's going to be a huge upgrade. Well, hopefully you like this video on the install of the bags. If you did, please give it the big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, take care.